feels like a book that I feel like I shouldn't be reading in public. Hey friends, how's it going? My name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a very exciting vlog where we spend a fall day together. Also, happy Halloween. I mean, right now at the time for me, it's not Halloween for me, but at the time that I'm uploading this, it should be Halloween for you. So happy Halloween. So this is going to be a video where we just spend a fall day together. I've done a video like this the last 2 Octobers, so I will have both of those videos linked down below. This is always one of my favorite videos to make in the fall, and today I have so many exciting different things planned for us to do together, including reading a new horror book, which is going to be Spread Me by Gailey. I do have the audiobook for this one from the publishers, so I'm mainly going to be listening to this one on audio, but I was also able to get the ebook checked out from my library on my Kindle, so we're going to be reading that one today, and I'm really excited to read that one because I've heard great things. We're also going to be going thrift shopping together to Value Village. We're going to go book shopping. We're going to be making some of those pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies from Trader Joe's that I'm currently really obsessed with. And then later tonight, we are going to be going to my sister's apartment because we're going to be making this like potato soup together and watching a scary movie. I don't know which movie we're gonna watch yet. We're kind of torn if we want to like rewatch a favorite or if we want to like watch a new horror movie that just came out this year. I don't know yet. But anyway, if you notice that the quality of this video might look a little bit different and the fact that I'm using this cute little tiny microphone that is hopefully working perfectly, it's because I just got a new camera. So if you missed the last reading vlog that I posted for the horror bingo vlog that I just did, you might have missed it, but I just got a new vlogging camera that I am so obsessed with. And it's all thanks to my friend Gavin, actually. Like, he was a huge influence on me to get this camera. And this new camera that I got is called the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I am so obsessed, but today is going to be my first day filming with this thing, like in its entirety. I'm going to be filming the entire video on this new camera. So if there's any moment in this vlog where it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't really know what I'm doing and I'm just kind of figuring out this camera as I go. So apologies in advance for that. But let's go ahead and get this day started. I just need to get changed and then we can hit the road. I think I'm going to drive down to Bellingham this morning so that I can get an acai bowl because I know you're thinking it's so cold outside because it's only like 50 degrees outside, but I'm still going to get an acai bowl today and I'm probably still going to eat it outside. I really lucked out today too because it was supposed to be raining. Right now it's not raining, and on the weather report it's not showing that it's supposed to be raining at all this morning or this afternoon. So fingers crossed that I could spend some of the day outside today and not get rained on. Anyway, let's do it. Good morning. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning right now, and I just had an acai bowl and it was so good. And thankfully it's like not even that cold out here. I mean, it's only about like 57 degrees. It's a little bit warmer today than I thought it was going to be, so like that's nice. But anyway, I wanted to update you because I've been reading Spread Me. I've been listening to this one on audio and I'm already 45% of the way through this one on audio. But anyway, this horror book has been so strange so far. Like, this almost feels like a book that I feel like I shouldn't be reading in public. When I look at the description, it does say that this is a darkly seductive tale. And the description also says a routine probe at a research station turns deadly when the team discovers a strange specimen in search of a warm place to stay. And so we're following this character named Kinsey, and she is like the leader of this research team. And the story's taking place, you know, like in the desert. And I think something really cool about this book taking place in the desert is that they keep talking about how this like sandstorm is coming soon, and I think that that's something that's really scary actually about being in the desert, is when those sandstorms hit, because those are no joke. Like, those are really scary. But her and her crew, right at the start of this book, they discover this specimen that's like buried deep in the sand, and they decide to bring it inside, even though it's typically like against their rules to bring anything living into their lab that they haven't like tested yet. So she breaks quarantine by bringing it inside, but then the description of this says, but the longer it's there, the more her carefully controlled life begins to unravel. Temptation has found her after all, and it can't be ignored any longer. And so far this book has been heavy on the like darkly seductive. I feel like so far this book is like everything that I was expecting it to be, but also like nothing like what I was expecting it to be. It's actually kind of reminding me a lot of that book Thrum, which is a horror sci-fi novella that I just recently read in another video. It's reminding me a lot of that one so far, but I also like, I'm really engaged in the writing in this book. Like, I don't know, I've been listening to it on audio all morning, and like I've been so sucked into the story, like I just can't stop listening to it. So even though the story is definitely kind of strange and like not exactly what I was expecting, I still feel so invested in what I'm listening to. And some of the visuals in this book with like the horror elements, truly some things that I will never get out of my head. Like, that is so bizarre. But I think now that I finished eating, I think I'm going to head over to my local Value Village because I have 2 bags of clothes in my trunk that I'm planning to donate. Usually when I donate to Value Village, they do give you like a 20% off coupon so that I can go into the Value Village, see if there's any books there. I can see if I could get any clothes. I feel like I always really do so good with finding clothes at Value Village. Like, a lot of the stuff that I own is actually stuff that I've gotten like secondhand at Value Village. So hopefully I can find something good there today. I was actually just there a few days ago with my sister and I got the 2 new pairs of jeans from Value Village. But I'm hoping that maybe I can find something as far as books go at Value Village, because I do think I'm so lucky that like with my local Value Village, they almost always have like brand new books there. So it's very exciting. So let's go take a look. I just walked out of the Value Village, and unfortunately I wasn't able to find any books that I wanted in there, but I did end up donating both bags of clothes that I had in my trunk, and so they gave me a 20% off coupon, which I was able to use because I found 5 different clothing items that I wanted. I ended up getting these really cute like Nike shorts that I really like, and then I also got this like Victoria's Secret, it's kind of like a pullover hoodie jacket type of thing, and I got 3 different shirts. I mean, I will show you my clothing haul once I get home, but like don't get too excited because they're very simplistic, but they are also like exactly the kind of clothes that I'm loving to wear lately. I was going to get that Bratz shirt, by the way, that I showed you on the camera. Like, oh my god, it looked so cute. And the only reason why I didn't end up getting that one is because there was a pretty big noticeable stain on the front, like right near the Bratz logo. And then also on the back of the shirt, there was like the tiniest little tear. So like it wasn't in the best condition. Otherwise, I probably would have got it. But anyway, while I was in that Value Village, I finished listening to the book Spread Me. That was such a fast audiobook. Okay, because the audiobook is only 5 hours long. It's actually a really short horror book. I think it's a novella. But like, oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Like, that book was such a crazy reading experience. Definitely not one that I would recommend reading while you're like in public, just because it's so graphic and provocative and like sexual in a way that I was like, wow, damn. But I did end up really liking it a lot. I'm probably going to end up giving it 4 stars. Like, it was just really interesting. It held my attention the entire time. I mean, the story did end up going in a direction that, like, I kind of saw it going in that direction, because I was like, what other way could this story have ended? But I still do think that I enjoyed it enough that I want to give it 4 stars. I don't know. There's something about the way that Sarah Gailey writes these horror books. You know, I also really enjoyed Just Like Home by this author as well. And I feel like Sarah Gailey is so good at writing horror that feels like so subtle, but then also like so in your face at the same time. Like, I don't even even know how to explain. But thankfully, Spread Me was a mostly good time, and like the fact that this book is actually called Spread Me is like hilarious. That's so funny. But anyway, because I wasn't able to find any books here at Valley Village, I thought maybe we could swing by my local Barnes & Noble that's right around the corner from here, just to see if there's anything at the Barnes & Noble that I might find. I don't know if I'm necessarily looking for anything specific, but I just thought we could browse. I also do have this book, The Heartbreak Hotel, with me because I started listening to this one on audio last night, and I'm about like 7 chapters into this one. So because I do have this one on audio, I might just go ahead and start listening to this audiobook while I'm, browsing around Barnes & Noble. And then after Barnes & Noble, we'll definitely have to figure out a coffee situation. There's a coffee place that's on the way back home that I want to stop by before we head back home because they have a really cute fall drink menu as well. So let's head to Barnes & Noble. Okay, hello, I just walked out of Barnes & Noble, and there were so many tempting things in there that I wanted to get, and I did end up walking out with a new book. I got The Dead Zone by Stephen King, because this is actually one that I've been really curious about reading recently. I've also been influenced by my friend Gavin to read this one because he recently read it, because he's doing a whole series on his channel where he's like reading all the Stephen King books in order, and this was one that he read, fairly recently that he just really loved, and I've been so curious about it ever since he said he loved it. I also just really love these like vintage style covers that they're doing for the Stephen King books lately. Me and Gavin, when we were in New York, we saw a bunch of them when we were on that trip, like at the Strand and like at a ton of bookstores in New York. And I was so tempted to get any of these covers in New York. And so I figured, now I'm home, I have no excuse not to get it. I'm thinking about doing another reading vlog where I like read 3 Stephen King books that I haven't read yet, because it has been a while since I've done, like Stephen King reading vlogs on my channel, but I used to really love doing them in the years of like 2020, 2021. I kind of stopped doing them after that time, and I do miss it. And I think because I recently just read his book Joyland and I loved it so much, it's kind of got me wanting to give more of his books a shot again and get back into some of his backlist. So I think I'm going to be reading this one very soon. So I decided to grab it from here. I've also still been listening to The Heartbreak Hotel on audio, and it's going fine. I mean, I'm about 25% of the way through the audiobook for this one. In this book, we're following this woman named Louisa, and she is living in Colorado with her very wealthy boyfriend when, like, right at the start of this book, her boyfriend dumps her, and it really, like, takes her off guard. And she's living at this, like, really beautiful but really big home in Colorado that she can no longer afford now that her boyfriend has basically left her in the dust. And so basically she asks her landlord, who's this guy named Henry, if she would be able to like rent out this home as like a B&B, and like she wants to start a bed and breakfast. And I think that this one's called the Heartbreak Hotel because she kind of wants this place to be like a safe haven for people that have recently dealt with heartbreak. And so the landlord guy, Henry, he said that he will let her stay for free as long as she can rent out enough rooms to like keep the place going. And then it's about how she's starting to like catch feelings for this Henry guy, I think, because she's learning more about him, like the fact that he's a veterinarian. I've heard a lot of people describe this one as being like a very emotional romance, and like I think I can see why, because you know, this bed and breakfast that they're running is going to be for like people that are brokenhearted, so like I can see how some of the subjects can be a little bit heavy in this one, but so far it doesn't feel like too heavy and too emotional. And I guess I don't feel connected enough to these characters, I guess, at the moment to like feel emotional about this book. But again, I'm only 25% of the way in, so I'm just going to continue listening to this one today. Now I'm going to swing by a coffee place on the way home. There's a coffee place that I really love that's called Two Sisters Coffee, and they have like a really cute fall menu of drinks there, so I think I'm gonna get something off their fall menu, and then I'm probably also gonna get a scone because I can't resist. They make the best scones there, I swear. Is this not the most beautiful scone you've ever seen in your life? Oh my god. The one that I got this time is actually one of their fall drinks, and it's called the Jack Skellington. They had another one that was called the Headless Horseman. I was like, that's so cool, because you know, I just got back from Sleepy Hollow. But this one in particular is my favorite fall drink that I've tried from them so far, because it's a white mocha and like pumpkin kind of mix, and I am such a sucker for a white mocha pumpkin. That's like one of my favorite combinations. But anyway, I thought I would show you my quick haul from the Value Village because I wanted to quickly like try everything on and then throw it in the wash. Here are the things that I ended up getting. I got these really cute Nike shorts. I love shorts like this that are all black. And then I also got this from Victoria's Secret. This is the brand Victoria's Secret, and it's like one of those like pullovers that you wear, and it's kind of cropped. I'm just so curious to see if this one's actually gonna fit me or not, because I'm nervous that this one's gonna be a little bit small on me. So we'll have to see, but I love pullover hoodies like this. And then I ended up getting this Adidas shirt, mostly because I love this color of green, and I love that this shirt is also like slightly cropped. This is also like my favorite style of shirt to either like work out in or sleep in. And then these last two shirts that I got, I don't know why lately, I just have such a thing for like a solid black t-shirt. And this one in particular, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like really soft. And this one just has like a really cute kind of cropped style on the bottom. Like I just really love a cute shirt like this. It's like another black shirt, but this one has a little pocket on the front. So yeah, I am loving those 5 things that I decided to get. I feel like I really didn't venture too much out of my like color comfort zone, because these are a lot of colors that I wear pretty often. Okay, hello, I have made it to my sister's apartment, and before I left the house, I actually ended up washing my hair because I was like, I need to wash my hair. It was feeling kind of gross. Then my contribution to tonight's dinner is one of the wild grain sourdough breads. So I brought this to have tonight. I also did bring a little like Caesar salad that I got from the store the other day, and we're gonna be making some potato soup here, which I am very excited about. And we just took a quick walk with Mavis because, you know, she's just a little a little bundle of energy at this hour, you know? So, because it's almost 5 o'clock at night right now. So we just took her on a quick little walk around the neighborhood, and it's still not raining. Like, luckily it's been really nice actually all day. But it is supposed to be raining a little bit later tonight, and it does feel like the storm is rolling in right now. You know, we're supposed to be getting a storm over these next couple of days over this weekend, and it's definitely starting to feel like that storm is coming. It does suck though, because throughout the neighborhood, all the leaves that have turned really beautiful and really orange, like they've already been blown off the trees. So some of the trees in the neighborhood are already bare. Isn't that sad? Wow, this is her beautiful.
Look at this thing. It is like 18 million pounds. Oh this is the small one.
Yeah.
But this one, look at this big boy.
This will be perfect to make our soup in. So professional.
I got it last year for Christmas, and I literally hadn't used it yet.
Oh my god.
Because, like, what on earth do I make in here?
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
But you know what you do? You make potato soup.
You make potato soup.
I'm really excited.
You have your spooky sweater on.
I do.
Stay spooky. Wow, that's so adorable. Welcome to the end of the vlog and the end of the night. First thing, I'm just amazed at how this camera picks up lighting in my room when it's dark in here, because there is not a lot of light in this room right now, and I think this camera does an exceptional job at capturing the light really well. But anyway, I just got home from being over at my sister's apartment, and we had such a good time tonight because, as you saw, we ended up making this potato soup that was so good. I told Rachel that might have been like the best one that she's ever made. Like, it was freaking delicious. And then I also ended up making the sourdough bread from Wild Grain, and we ended up cutting it up and making a little grilled cheese out of that, and it was so delicious. And then afterwards, I asked Rachel like which movie she was down to watch, and she really wanted to watch Jennifer's Body because that one's like one of her favorites. And to be honest, it's been so many years since the last time that I watched Jennifer's Body that like I didn't remember a lot of it, but I think I enjoyed it this time like way more than I remember enjoying it in the past. I feel like this is a movie that has like the perfect balance of like campiness, but then also some like great gory like horror moments. And I love, oh my god, the way that it's so gay between Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried. Like, that was just kind of everything. Like, I don't know, I really enjoyed that. And I love the way that this movie is such a satire, and the soundtrack was really good too. Like, I forgot about the song New Perspective by Panic at the Disco. Dude, I love that song so much. It honestly just like sent me back to 2009 because that's when I was like a freshman in high school. That's when that movie came out, and that was like the time that the Vampire Diaries started. It really was such a moment in time. Like, 2009 was such a specific time that I can reference back to. It was a real pivotal moment in my youth, 2009. I also, before I wrap up the vlog, I just wanted to let you know that I still have been reading The Heartbreak Hotel. I'm almost like 50% of the way through this book. I'm about 160 pages into this one, and according to the audiobook, I'm 48% of the way through. And so I'm probably going to finish this one in these next couple of days, but this one is going just okay so far. I don't know, I'm not loving it. I do think it is a little bit like cliche at times, you know, because this girl is like dealing with her own heartbreak, and then she's having these people come and stay at this place that she's running, this B&B, and like they're also dealing with their own heartbreak. And so she's trying to kind of like act as almost like a therapist to them, even though she is an actual like licensed therapist. So it's not that that's cringy. It's just that, you know, they pull the whole like, oh my God, well, while you're listening to everyone's problems, who's listening to you? And it is a little bit cringy to read about all the different guests that are coming here and the way that they just really like open up to her and like pour their whole heart out to her. I can see how people would say that this is like an emotional read, but I guess I'm just not really feeling emotionally connected to these characters. I do really like the guy Henry though, the guy that's like the landlord. I think he's the most interesting character in this one for me. So I don't know, it's going okay, but I don't see myself rating this anything higher than 3 stars at this point. Yeah, that is a wrap on the Spend the Fall Day with me. I am so excited about this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it. You'll have to let me know any feedback you have on like the new camera. Like, what do you think? What about the microphone settings? Like, do you think it's too loud? Should I not be using the microphone? Should I be holding it farther from my face? Like, I need any feedback because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sure that this is going to come a lot more naturally to me as I get used to this camera, but I would love any feedback that you have, of course. And I would love to know if you've read either of these books, then do let me know what you think of them. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Halloween, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye.